If the Nigerian government continues to allow the killing of Christians, the USA will immediately stop all aid and assistance to Nigeria. We're going to do things to Nigeria that Nigeria is not going to be happy about.
Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this video from. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, please subscribe to this channel for your verified news. Breaking headlines: US President Donald Trump has threatened military action in Nigeria over the widespread killings of Christians. But in response, President Bola Tinubu says that the accusations are false and misleading. Stay with me as we unpack the full story. On November 1st, 2025, Donald Trump publicly claimed Nigeria is allowing a campaign of mass killings against Christians and even threatening to cut aid and order military strikes if the violence doesn't stop. The US also added Nigeria to a list of countries of particular concern for alleged religious freedom violations. Trump's office pointed to high-profile reports and advocacy groups claiming thousands of Christians have been killed in Nigeria and also accused Nigerian authorities of doing nothing to stop these killings.
If the Nigerian government continues to allow the killing of Christians, the USA will immediately stop all aid and assistance to Nigeria. We're going to do things to Nigeria that Nigeria is not going to be happy about and may very well go into that now disgraced country, guns are blazing, to completely wipe out the Islamic terrorists who are committing these horrible, horrible atrocities. I'm hereby instructing our Department of War to prepare for possible action.
Nigeria hit back, and the Foreign Minister Yusuf Tuga, speaking from Berlin, declared that there is no state-backed persecution of Christians under our constitution. The government reaffirmed that security forces treat victims of violence across faiths equally and rejected the narrative of a Christian genocide. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu insisted that the portrayal of Nigeria as religiously intolerant does not reflect reality, pointing to efforts to appoint both Christians and Muslims in leadership roles.
Show all of you that we will, defeat terrorism in this country. Is the fact that despite the political headwind and the fear of our people, we continue to engage with our partners. The success of the 2.3 billion bond subscription, oversubscribed, is the most.
Security analysts noted that attacks by insurgents, herders and militants affect both the Christians and the Muslims, often not driven by religion. For example, one dataset found that out of thousands of violent incidents in 2025, only a small number had explicit religious targeting of Christians. The government points out that Nigeria's conflict landscape is complex. Territory disputes, ethnicity, and criminal gangs all play a role that is not simply religious persecution.
Inclusive and resilient Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Now is for Nigeria to warn the President of America and tell him to retract his threat, because it's a direct threat, even ordering the Pentagon to be ready to attack Nigeria for what? Nigeria should, the President should retract such threat, or else we sever our relationship with America. There are a lot of Christians who have known that the narrative is wrong. It's a representation of reality on ground. Many Christians know that.
Guys, this is not just a media fight. The stakes are very high. For Nigeria, US aid, military cooperation, and global reputation are on the line. And for the US, Africa policy, religious freedom credentials, and domestic politicals are all intertwined. Regionally, if the narrative of a Christian genocide gains traction, it could affect Nigeria's internal cohesion and inflame religious tensions. Tinubu's team says that they welcome US help against insurgents, but on the condition of respecting Nigeria's sovereignty.
How sincere are they? Are they truly fighting for a group of people marginalized? Is it today that we have been calling for marginalized people? Did the US not rescue their own team in Borno? Right after the Chibok girls were kidnapped, they came into this country without the right permission, went in, lifted their people and went out. Who are the owners of the helicopters landing in our very, very resourceful sites, taking away resources unabated in this country? Is it not for the lack of our military might that we could not have confronted those people? When we sought their help, when we felt helpless and sought the help of international countries, nobody came. It is sad that we are thinking somebody will come, including Saudi, for those of you who think this is a religious issue. Right now, Sudan is the way it is. Are you following Sudan at all? We have countries in Africa completely wiped out because of their resources. Congo, right now, what are they doing in Congo? Have somebody responded to the death happening in Congo? I pray for Africans because we really need that help. Nobody is coming to save us.
Yeah,
but if they will just leave us to manage our resources, can they stop colonizing and neo-colonizing us? We have not been able to join the Security Council in the UN till date. No African country is membership there. Every year, at the General Assembly, we have African countries showing up asking.
On social media platforms and everywhere across the country, Nigerians are divided right now. Some support Trump's claims and demand stronger action, while others argue that he is misrepresenting the facts and ignoring the many Nigerians of all faiths suffering. One activist warned the genocide narrative is dangerous and could spark backlash. News outlets in Nigeria reported that the video claiming Tinubu responded directly to Trump
which is a
about
mandatory
genocide was
requirement.
actually old and
Then
unrelated,
you
showing
go
how
to answer
quickly
the
misinformation
very
spreads across social
valuable
media.
question of Attorney General of the Federation and Attorney General of the Federal Government of Nigeria. Because the same glamour also goes to the office of Accountant General of the Federation and Accountant General for the Federal Government of Nigeria. People believe that the two should be separated. So that's I think those are very germane questions. The only one I would like you to dodge for now is commenting on Trump. Go on.
Honestly, guys, this story about what is going on in the country is not just about religion. It is about power, sovereignty, truth, and perception. Whether you believe one side or both, the conversation is bigger than Nigeria. What is your own point of view? Is Nigeria being unfairly accused, or is the US pushing hard for a reason? I would like to know your comments in the comment section. And if you found this breakdown helpful, please make sure to like, subscribe to this channel, and turn on your notification for more deep commentary on Africa's biggest stories. I'll see you all in the next video. Stay informed and stay engaged.
It is because there is the absence of ambassadors, because the Nigerian government has been relating with the American counterparts and other nations to ensure that there is greater collaboration. But let me also add that the president is working hard on this ambassadorial matter, and I believe that we will hear